The Defense Leadership Forum's mission is to bring usable, actionable intelligence to the defense industrial base.
Aloha, and mahalo for the opportunity to speak to you today at the 2023 Pacific Defense Contracting Summit. As a member of the House Appropriations Committee's Subcommittee on Defense, responsible for ensuring the funding needed to protect our nation, I'm acutely aware of the critical role of defense contracting in our national defense. The Department of Defense's budget typically accounts for about half of our federal government's total discretionary spending each fiscal year. And over the past decade, approximately half of that has been awarded to defense contractors.
Why I introduced the Keeping Our Allies Leading in Advancement Act, or the COALA Act, to create a licensing and approval exemption under the Arms Exports Control Act.
I want to thank you for answering the call. I want to thank you for going home every day thinking about what can I do tomorrow to make a difference? What can I do in making sure that our warfighters have what they need?
We have a saying that we can't do what we do inside the gate without the help of the folks outside the gate.
So within our government contracting team, and that's really what we are, is we have within our commercial bank, we have created a government contracting team that gets to focus in specifically on how to help companies with their work.
All right, so now on to the things that you wanted to hear about, right? The future upcoming opportunities. So I'm going to start out with civil work. So another area where it's not really, some of it's defense related, right? Like harbor dredging, that type of thing. But a lot of it's, again, protection of communities.
But we turn out an airplane every 1.3 days. We deliver an F-35 to the warfighter. Why? Because we have to. Why? Because 2027 is right around the corner. You heard that date mentioned earlier today. It is the date that the chairman of Communist China stated that they will annex what they believe is part of their home nation, Taiwan.
So what I want to talk to you today is a little bit about NSA and what we know about nation-state adversaries and what they're trying to do to your networks, how they're trying to hack your networks, and then really I want to focus on how we can help you guys.
Before I begin, I would just like to thank the Defense Leadership Forum, and of course under the leadership of William Lowry and their management team for this great, I think, organization to provide the opportunity for this Pacific Summit, because it is very crucial that we all come together and strategize on how we can defend not just this part of the world, but the world.
Governor, thanks so much for those words. You have provided us with your leadership, the laser focus this group needs on what the objectives are for the region and what results you expect us to present. So we'll march out on those orders, and then I'll start here with what I have to provide for that.
We want to try to make this interactive. So if you have questions, let's do them while we're asking, while we're responding to some of the questions I'm about to ask. Because at that point, if you've got the burning questions, let's talk about it, okay? So feel free to raise your hand at any time if you don't understand a rationale or how we work with small businesses. Let's make it beneficial for both parties.
And I understand from the last couple of days, there's been a lot of talk about the why out there. I'm going to try and narrow it down for all of you to sort of the what, and that is from the Marine Corps perspective.
As you look at the PDI, you look at opportunities for smalls across the Pacific, there is a lot of opportunity here, because when you get going, there's more stuff that's needed. And so a lot of these projects become, they become additive in nature.